Where are we? I don't know. Somewhere?
Somewhere with a mic. We're at the Bonneville Salt Flats in Tooele, Utah.
Yep. This is our first ever podcast, guys. Are we excited?
In the coolest place.
In the coolest place. It's been a long time coming. It has been a long time coming. Lydia, you got some facts about the Salt Flats. You want to go?
Do. So I have some facts about the geography of the Salt Flats. So the Bonneville Salt Flats were formed when an ancient ice age lake called Lake Bonneville dried up. This lake covered, I believe, one-third of Utah. The Great Salt Lake was also once a part of this lake. I took a quote also from geology.utah.gov.
That's a reference.
I will do text citations. Thank you. Lake Bonneville was about 325 miles long, 135 miles wide, and had a maximum depth of over 1,000 feet. It contained many islands that are the present-day mountain ranges of western Utah. Its relatively fresh water was derived from direct precipitation, rivers, streams, and meltwater from glaciers. During the time of Lake Bonneville, the climate was somewhat wetter and colder than now.
Cool. Like, I've never been here, so I just think it's
Imagine this all underwater.
I want to see some shells though. Like, shouldn't there be, or is that just if it was so salty? Probably not, huh? Yeah, I guess you're right. Or at least everything would have been dead already.
Yeah. I wonder if there's fossils in the salt though.
There might.
Well, I know that the salt at like certain places are about 5 feet thick. Yeah. So it like goes just straight salt. So there were some movies filmed here, including Independence Day and Pirates of the Caribbean.
What scene from Pirates was filmed here?
I think it was the fourth, maybe. I could be wrong. The fourth movie, wherever there's shipwreck, and he's like, Jack Sparrow is like walking, and it's just like he's like there's nothing around him.
That was filmed out here.
That's filmed here.
Oh,
yeah,
that's great.
There is nothing around us.
That would be a good spot.
Yeah.
It really is. It's like a interesting place.
Yeah.
Never been anywhere like it.
There were some land speed records that were beat here or created here. The fastest wheel-driven vehicle drove 449 miles per hour. And then the fastest rocket jet propelled vehicle was 630 miles per hour.
What is a rocket?
I don't know. Like probably like they put like
they had to make a whole other category for it too. They were like, yeah, no, this can't be like
yeah. But motor racing has been happening here since 1914.
Dang.
Yeah. And then really sad news. So last weekend, who knows whenever we will actually post this, but last weekend, a guy passed away. He was trying to beat the record, and he was going 300 miles per hour, and he lost control of his vehicle. He was driving one of those streamliners.
Yeah.
But yeah, so R.I.P. Chris Raschke. I know. It's very sad.
Way to make the podcast a little deep.
You got to be careful when you're driving. There's no laws out here for how fast you're going.
No speed limits or anything.
Oh, that's why people come here to go so fast.
Mm-hmm.
On a little bit of a lighter note, a lot of people do get married out here, and I will be getting married out here in 20 days.
I think we should talk about that, because that's exciting.
Yes.
We're gonna just like set up a couple chairs that we're borrowing from our church, and then that's pretty much it. And my dad's officiating, so
that's so fun.
My dad got ordained in Utah just to officiate my wedding.
Oh my goodness, that's so cute.
It's so special.
Yeah,
no, that's actually
I will
really so
also
cool.
be crying like a baby. I swear. But yeah,
Pretty cool.
I still haven't written my vows. I can do that. I was gonna do that today.
And then what happened with your fiance?
Today.
Oh, he's on his bachelor trip today. He got kidnapped by Taylor's husband Seth and Sarah's boyfriend Kevin. And he is currently at like this car-themed cafe. They're getting lunch there, and then they're paintballing. And then later tonight they're playing Mario Kart at Kevin's house.
I think the funniest part about the whole thing is that she says that they kidnapped him, but they actually did, and we'll release the video.
they literally
put a
did.
bag over his head.
We should put the video like above us.
You know what I just realized? We never said our name.
Okay, so my name is Taylor. I moved to Utah about 3 years ago now, and I'm from Louisiana. I don't claim this place. Love it, hate it, all of the in-betweens. You're gonna see a very depressed me whenever it gets cold. It's very sad. Anyways, so I'm married, and I'm currently getting my PhD at the University of Utah.
I think we should clap.
Because we should.
All right. Well, I'm Haley. I moved here like 2.5 years ago, and I actually love Utah so much. It is so nice out here. There's so much to do. I'm from Michigan, so there's like not a lot going on there. I am a full-time content creator, influencer, UGC creator, TikTok shop person. I do a lot of different things on my phone, work for myself, and I've been doing that for like 3.5 years. So love it and love Utah.
That's so impressive. I would love to work for myself. Dream. My name is Lydia. I moved to Utah about 2 years ago. I'm also in the same PhD program that Taylor's in. And so we're both getting our PhDs at the University of Utah. I came from California. I graduated from Cal State Long Beach. And I actually really like Utah. I do miss California. I could totally see myself moving back there, but I'm a big fan of the West Coast.
Ew.
You say ew, California?
The way she put her face so close to the mic too, like it's gonna be louder than anything else. Ew. Anyways, I'm Sarah, and I'm originally from Colorado.
Colorado.
That's what my hot take is. What is your hot take?
You said Colorado.
Colorado, not Colorado.
That's a wrong hot take, unfortunately.
Yeah, some people might think that. Anyways, I moved to Utah, I think like 2.5-ish years ago, and it feels like Colorado, honestly, very similar. And I'm glad to be back closer to home because I went to college in Ohio, so I'm glad to be back with mountains. We'll never leave the mountains again. Praying for my friends to not leave the mountains. And
I probably won't for a while. I like it out here a lot. So
Get me out of here.
I'll pray about it.
Kidnap Taylor and bring her back to here when
Bachelor
she
party style.
Yes.
And I'm doing a clinical / PhD program that will have me here for a very, very long time. So
And what?
working in audiology, so all things communication.
Oh,
You guys did.
I'm microbiology. What did you say?
I'm immunology, but we're in the microbiology and immunology program. So
Which is why I get confused.
What even is yours?
immunology is a study of the immune system. So like lots of people study vaccines is the big one that people always ask me about, but like also just cancers, like a bunch of different diseases. I study IBD, and then looking at like how different parts of the immune system respond during disease mostly.
Fascinating.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
That is pretty cool.
Okay, so we are going to call this segment of the program basically what's happening in our bubble. So this can be kind of like either with our careers or in our lives or whatever. I think a lot of times it's kind of just like random, like what we're super interested in at the time, that kind of thing. So Sarah, do you want to start?
Yeah.
Oh God, yeah, she is but hurt. So she
No,
She is a little donut hole pillow. I was told to center my butt over the hole, which is kind of working.
you have to explain why your butt hurt.
yes.
I went camping with my family, and my little brother is really, really cool. He can do lots of amazing things like slackline and boulder, and I tried to be like him. And so we do this like thing where we go up the river, where we're literally in the water, climbing up rocks and stuff.
That's my favorite hike.
It's cool. But the water was low there, so you could get right next to the waterfall, and he pulled up next to the waterfall. Yeah.
We're gonna pray for your butt. We should lay hands. So, anyways, what's new about bacteriophage? So, Since the early 1900s, people have tried to use bacteriophage as therapy. Since they eat bacteria, they wanted to use it instead of antibiotics. So this was before antibiotics were even a thing. And then it would work sometimes, and then other times it wouldn't work, and then other times it would like kill the person. So they were like, "Why is this happening?" But they didn't know. So flash forward to like 2010-ish, a little bit past that probably. There's a bunch of stories, but for example, there's one story of this guy who went to, I think, Egypt. He ended up getting a very bad infection, and he ended up getting an antibiotic-resistant infection from the hospitals over there. He ended up getting sepsis. No antibiotics were treating him, so they ended up getting some bacteriophage. They combined 3 different kinds, and it cured him. So kind of since around that time, a lot of people have been working on therapies, but it's not something that you can like patent. Like it's not something like an antibiotic where you can patent it. What just recently happened is they created what is a bacteriophage risk index, which is just like one step closer to being able to like be whatever you call it, like regulatory agency kind of thing. So it's just they can look at the phage, the genetics of it, and they can say this one's going to hurt you or this one's not going to hurt you. There's category 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Category 5, like a hurricane. Category 1, pretty good, easy. But yeah, so that's some really cool new things happening in my side of the world.
There was a news article released by a really popular journal called Nature on August 1st. Stating that the Senate had actually increased the NIH's budget by about 1%, which is really exciting. So there were vetoes for movements to essentially reduce funding for things like cancer research. I think specifically pediatric cancer research was a really big one, and a couple of other things. And so, yeah, they ended up increasing its funding to $400 million, which again is about 1%, or a 1% increase. This is important because scientists across the country have been concerned about funding sources, and there has been a lot of pauses in NIH funding and things called study section, which is essentially where experts from a variety of different fields come together and review grants and decide which grants are going to be funded and which grants aren't. And so the news that we are actually going to be receiving an increase in funding is exceptionally exciting. It means that more grants are going to be funded and there's going to be overall more research being conducted this year. Additionally, there was a recent article that came out on August 8th, which said that the president has released an executive order, which I believe occurred on August 2nd, that would change the way that the peer review process is done. And peer review is very important for science as well, and also a very big portion of the grant funding process. So as I mentioned, there's a bunch of experts that get together to talk about which grants are going to be funded. That's known as peer review. And it typically is a very unbiased and neutral way to determine which grants are receiving funding and which ones are likely going to be viable projects moving forward.
It helps people to know like what's legit,
exactly.
What's just fishing. They're just randomly kind of doing science instead of like going in with a plan. You have a hypothesis, those kind of things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and the grant writing process itself is very extensive, so there's a lot of things that you have to think through, and it's not like, most of the time, it's not like anybody's just throwing a grant in there just for the sake of it, right? But there's some projects that once they have the eyes of experts on them, those people can say like, okay, I think this is actually going to make sense long-term, or this is actually going to have some sort of positive health impact. And the biggest thing to note about that is that the way that the peer review process is structured is it's meant to remain politically neutral. So there's never going to be, or ideally, there should never be pressures from, different political parties kind of influencing what is conducted research-wise. But there was a recent executive order that was released that suggested that each U.S. agency will have a political appointee head designated to develop the grant review process that will advance the president's policy priorities. Those review processes must not fund grants that advance anti-American values, but prioritize funding for institutions committed to achieving the president's plan for gold standard science. This is really interesting because it's one of the first times that I've heard of, at least since starting my career in science, where there's been a push to influence science politically in some way. And obviously there's always kind of things going on behind the scenes, right? Like nothing is ever going to be truly neutral, but this is really interesting for scientists in the sense that it could potentially change a lot about the way that the peer review process is done. So just something to be keeping our eyes on in the coming weeks, and we'll see what happens.
And to pray about.
Yes.
Pray for our government.
Yeah.
Both here in Utah and beyond.
Do you have anything to add? I tried my best.
My mom said I can't talk about it.
I'm trying my best to remain neutral because at the end of the day, this is just information and we don't know what's going to happen yet.
Exactly. Don't panic. I think that's a very unfortunate thing is that people panic and it makes it worse. So stay calm. What happens, happens. We have a voice. Message your senators, message your representatives, email them. If you want your voice heard, that's what you got to do.
In my world, I feel like, so with content creation and like doing social media in the simplest form, basically my job is recording what I do and then posting that on the internet. Obviously there's a lot more like behind the scenes stuff, but I went to Montana Glacier. I went to like 5 or 6 different rodeos already this summer. And tonight I'm going to Old Dominion. And then on Tuesday I'm going to Monterey. It's gonna be so cool. I'm so excited. It's going to be summertime with concerts and rodeos. It's like the way to do it. Especially living out west, I've just been having so much fun.
I really think if there's one thing you're gonna get, especially if you're living out west or like somewhere where camping is a really big deal, get a rooftop tent. It will save your life. There are so many times I've shown up to a campsite at 10 p.m. and had to pitch my tent in the dark with just like my little headlamp, and battery's probably dying because I don't ever prepare when I go camping.
The setup's also so easy, like with the rooftop
you just like flip it over.
Yeah, and then it's like perfect.
And there's
set
a
up.
tent.
You can literally leave your like clothes and blankets in there too. Yeah. It's like so easy.
I also love it for winter camping because it's a lot warmer if you're on top of a car as opposed to.
Do you have sleevers on your car like all year round then?
Hector has it on his car right now, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe he took it off, but usually he just would like leave it on his car. And then once I get the crossbars for it, we'll be able to switch it between our cars.
Yeah, because mine is like it's a process getting it up there.
Yeah, the only thing that's nice about taking it off is gas mileage. Like you'll definitely get better gas mileage if your tent is off of your car.
Yeah.
So if you're going long distances and you're not camping, I would recommend taking it off.
My brother, he built his own.
We should put that picture and actually.
But he did kind of learn all these different things about the design of it because, like, his car, from what I understand, like had tons of drag and it just like the gas mileage went, and he learned a lot just about like car logistics and he'd say all the right words, but
all the words I don't know.
We have a whole episode on camping and truck and car.
When we actually go camping, probably.
Yeah.
Spoilers. Oh, gasp.
I love camping so much. That's the only time I've been able to go camping so far this summer, but like summer is not over, especially out here. I remember last year in like into October I was wearing shorts. So like definitely
some days
have
it's still warm out here. Other days it's kinda chilly for some reason. So
keep
this
on
is
your
like a
toes.
weird season.
Keep on your toes. Utah's
amazing.
amazing.
August is still definitely summer.
No, it totally is. But I feel like there's some days like today I woke up and it was like 57 degrees outside.
Oh yeah, mornings are
Oh, that's
colder.
crazy.
So just depends. Like there's some random mornings where I'm like, it's just kinda cold for some reason. I don't know why. So I don't know.
Nice. Okay, so now we're going to talk about our hot takes. I think this is going to be the best one. I'm so excited. At least I'm excited for mine. I can talk about my first one.
Yeah, go.
All right.
The way you just built suspense.
I know. It's going to, and everybody's going to be like, this is so dumb.
know it's gonna be good. Now we need to know.
Yeah, so Louisiana just made it illegal to drive under the speed limit in the left lane.
Period.
That's like
that TikTok audio that's like
Oh my god.
to that law.
Y'all, I just posted a TikTok this week and people were like, and I was telling how somebody slammed on their brakes in the left lane. I was going 5 over. They were going under the speed limit in the left lane, and I had to like go slower. I was not on their butt. I promise, I was not on them. But they slammed on their brakes and like tried to brake check me. But I was so far away that I didn't realize that they were trying to brake check me. Like I didn't even have to like slam on my brakes. I was like slowly just decelerating.
Genuinely so funny.
And then I got over to like get in front of them, obviously, because you're gonna be like that. They flicked me off.
oh my goodness.
They flicked me off. I know. It was rude. It was very rude.
Yeah.
But so I made the TikTok about that, and somebody was like, "This is your sign to slow down, relax, calm down." And I was like,
your comments?
yeah. And they were like, and just remember that God has you or something like that. And I was like, girl, I was listening to Forrest Frank. Shut up. The reason I didn't act worse was because I was listening to a Christian song. So I'm proud of myself.
You gotta just do this time. Like the no.
Yeah.
That's what you do. Thumbs down, like.
Set those thumbs down. But I was just like,
feelings a little bit.
Yeah.
Getting thumbs down on the road.
That's so much worse than getting thumbs up. It's like, oh, that person's just angry, but a thumbs down is like, you messed up.
Yeah. Yeah.
but I'm very excited. I hope other states implement this.
I agree. I really thought it was a rule everywhere because I'm pretty sure
No.
California has.
California does. I googled it.
Yeah, because when I was going through driver's ed, it was like it is literally illegal to go under the speed limit as well as over the speed
Yeah,
limit.
but yeah, now it's official. If you're in the left lane, you can't go under the speed limit.
I wholeheartly believe
It's dangerous.
Utah drivers need that law.
They are so dangerous.
I just common sense. I fear.
They do it on purpose.
The speed limit, not have it, so obviously not below it either.
But like, I mean, Tay and I take the same way to work every day, and every single time without fail, like if you're in the left lane, there's somebody going 60 in front of you and 90 behind you, and there's just nothing you can do about it 90% of the time. It's horrendous.
My
So-
other perk to working from home. They do it on purpose.
They
Yeah.
do it on purpose.
They're really just trying to make us mad. They're trying to make us leave because every time I post about Utah, people are like, "No, Utah sucks. Don't come to Utah. We don't need more people." That's it. They're just trying to make us leave. Or it's just the people from California. Sorry.
It's not because California drivers are so much better. I would drive in California any day over driving here, and I tell people like I stand on that.
To be fair, I've never been to California, so I
California
don't
drivers
know.
are okay. California traffic's not great. Like LA traffic, I understand why people don't like it.
That was terrible.
What?
You said it was not great. That's terrible.
Traffic
is awful.
It's not
In
the best.
California?
Yeah.
It depends on when you go. I genuinely don't think that it's that bad. Like I'm so serious. I would drive in California any day over driving in freaking Utah. Like I hate driving here. They're
I
horrible.
have heard that California drivers are the worst, but I've never been there, so.
No, California drivers are fine because everybody has like the same understanding of the rules of the road. California traffic's not good. Like if you go to LA, I mean you were in LA for like a freaking concert. Yeah, there's gonna be traffic in the middle of downtown LA during rush hour.
That was 2 hot takes in one without even meaning to.
I know.
It
I
was,
think
it
I need to go to California.
I won't stand for the California slander when Utah drivers exist. I won't. I'm
The
sorry.
California slander is crazy out here. Like, I think
It
the only
is.
reason that I do it is because so many people do it. Like, so many people
A lot
are
of
like,
people hate on California so
sucks.
bad.
And like, I literally have never been there. I don't know.
I'm like, if you want to live there and you can't afford it, just say that.
I'm just happy on the bandwagon of California haters, and like, I literally don't know.
They hate Californians because we move here, but
Yeah.
I mean, that's like every state hating on a specific state where people move there. I feel like. It was expensive. I couldn't afford to live there.
I bet it would be expensive, but I
It
feel like
is.
it's not cheap to live here. It's not cheap to live anywhere.
Yeah.
Hot take, living is expensive.
Sarah, what's your hot take?
I guess I can do the one. It's just such a thing in our friend group, but that's because whatever. Anyways,
I want you to know that she actually truly believed this
I
as well.
truly believe a lot of things that y'all correct out
I
of
thought it
me,
was
but
in the
that's
straw.
okay. So we were.
Spring, what we're gonna be.
Sorry.
It's okay. I'll wait.
Start right here.
I'll wait.
And action.
Okay, Sarah, what's your hot take?
I just don't want to do it. That's the thing. I'm gonna be made fun
I'm
of.
scared about what people think of you.
It's not so much that as like I think I have a valid point, and
That's what makes it a hot take.
And-
Stand on business.
and I've read through your comments section, so I know they don't think I have a valid point. But I've had people agree with me too, and I'm just saying that they're really okay. So the context is, I told Taylor that there's probably not cows in Louisiana because, like, are they really that happy there? And do they really think they can survive there? Because they've got to be so sweaty.
How do you gauge cow happiness? Does anyone have a metric for that?
Sweaty cows.
Sweaty cows does not sound like a good, like, environmentally safe thing.
I just,
Rank burger.
I don't understand why you think that. I it's like in the hundreds here. It doesn't even get into the hundreds of Louisiana.
It's like a dry heat. Like anywhere humid. I don't think anywhere humid like cows, like Florida.
There are also cows in Florida.
Cows actually everywhere.
There's cows everywhere. Peyton, what did Peyton say? There are cows.
He had a country accent.
He did. Oh my gosh, my brother is 11 and was like, Sarah's an idiot because she doesn't believe there's cows in Louisiana.
She doesn't believe in cows.
Hey, her hot take is that she doesn't believe in cows.
The cows are fake.
I'm actually like a major Chick-fil-A fan. I just, eat more chicken.
Yeah, they're all.
They believe that birds aren't
Yeah.
cameras made by the government.
I forgot about.
Well,
Yeah.
Sarah thought that that they're crocodiles in Louisiana, which is incorrect. They're alligators, but she thought crocodiles were going to eat all the cows.
Probably. How are they gonna get away?
The cows do kind of go in the bayou a little bit.
That whole sentence sounds weird.
You know what? I'm gonna stand with her on that one.
Thank you.
Cows in the bayou sounds weird.
There's more cows in Nebraska than there are people. I said that first.
Okay.
We're saying it out loud because
She's like Googling.
She's like, that is a fact.
Just like let me double check my sources.
Isn't there like a whole like Nebraska's a simulation thing though?
Nebraska's the weirdest place I've ever been. Nebraska's so long to drive through and so boring.
So is Nevada. Getting to California through Nevada is actually extravagant.
Oh, I kind of enjoyed it.
I absolutely.
We're so opposite. We were looking up like how many cows each state has, and actually Louisiana and Utah are right next to each other.
And you see cows all the dang time here, don't you?
Utah has more, and then Louisiana.
You take me.
To Louisiana.
Yeah, we need to go.
Where I used to live, yeah, we should definitely. Where we used to, where I lived, like right down the street, there was an entire farm with cows, and there was also like this huge like ditch, and the cows would get stuck in the ditch all the time.
They do airlift them out.
I don't even remember. I'm sure they just like tractor or something. Yeah, unleash the crocodiles that do not exist there.
Crocodile.
Yeah, I feel like 100%.
What's like having a hippo in a cow?
But cows,
Every time I think.
like the alligators aren't going to eat the cows. Like I know you like picture that in your head, but they're so big. Like if it was a Nile crocodile, I could see that. Like crocodile. But like alligators in Louisiana are just puppies.
Okay, well,
That's my hot take.
I love how we're just every sentence we're like, that's my hot take, and that's a hot take. Everything's a hot take, you know?
What's your hot take?
Drinking raw milk, you need to stop. I'm quite literally begging you because you're going to get infections that you just simply.
No, it's just, I'm so tired of seeing people jump onto these
Health trends without doing any prior research, like what the implications of consuming certain things are or doing certain things are. Like freaking coffee evidence. That was disgusting.
That's not something I want to talk about.
Yeah, pasteurization is quite literally just heating something up to kill the bacteria. That's it.
Anyways, so
I'm just saying,
like, that's part of our hot take. Is try was just saying, like, it has so many more minerals in it, so much, like, better for you, and, like, actual milk, the benefits that people say you get from milk because of the pasteurization, like, you don't actually get as many
If
benefits as, like, you
benefits means
think.
microbes that you shouldn't have in your body, then yeah, you're not
But,
getting as many.
okay, to be fair, I did no research, and in my opinion, I think, like, whole foods and natural foods are the best for you out of everything, but, like, yeah, with milk, that's a little risky. 'Cause, like,
yeah, but describe a whole food.
like an apple, or, like, I don't know, things,
Like,
that,
what's the
things that are natural.
Like a lot of people get confused because they think that everything's genetically modified. Well, like yeah, like as a human, I can like say, oh, I like this one more, I like this one more, so I'm gonna like do that. Instead, like the only thing that's really what genetically modified here is like corn.
Yeah,
Like truly genetically modified instead of like humanly modified. Everything's humanly modified. You're not gonna find something that's not.
Also, when people are genetically modifying your food, it's not like they're mutating it to be something that shouldn't be for human consumption. 90% of the time, it's actually meant to benefit you in some way. So
yeah.
GMOs are not like a scary thing, and if you read into them a little bit, they're not anything that you should be concerned about. But
Yeah.
Like don't be afraid.
You're probably fine.
I would be way less concerned about GMOs than, like, processed fake food, like fast food and stuff. Like, eating, I don't know, fruits and vegetables that might be a little, like, might have a little GMOs or whatever, is still going to be so much better
You just
for you
sprinkle in
than eating,
GMO.
like, fast food or, like, processed, like, I don't know, Cheez-Its. or
Anything in extreme can be bad. You can go to McDonald's one day and you're gonna be fine.
Yes.
you maybe one day you drink all milk and you'll be fine, but anything in extreme it becomes dangerous. If you eat too much chocolate, that's dangerous. You drink too much coffee, that's dangerous, right? So you do everything that you consume, too much time on your phone, whatever. You do that with a balance. Except for Jesus. Jesus, you full dive in.
For Jesus.
Extreme.
Yeah.
Full in over your head.
Stay extreme.
Overflowing.
But yeah.
Also, if you can tell, we're all Christians.
Yeah,
I love that it's obvious. It should be obvious.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
but yeah, I mean, like I just feel like we maybe shouldn't be drinking raw milk.
Hot take. Stop drinking raw milk.
I am literally like, this is me. I am literally on my hands and knees, like begging you, like, if you have the opportunity to go buy milk at your grocery store, please do that.
Right, like if you're in the middle of nowhere, like that's one thing.
Yeah, because
That's when I realized I probably shouldn't drink it, but then I bought it anyway.
Isn't it illegal?
Twice.
it's legal if they sign a waiver.
You do have to sign a waiver.
You sign a waiver?
That's what I'm saying.
I just wanted to try.
These places are scared of getting sued out of their minds because they know they're selling something that hasn't been pasteurized.
Yeah, you actually. That is why you have to sign a waiver so that you can't sue them.
Yes.
I didn't sign a waiver. I'm gonna sue them anyways.
Oh my
Did you
goodness.
try it?
No.
I won't drink raw milk again. And I really do feel like you were at my house because
I probably did talk about it.
Like, don't drink raw milk.
I think it was right before.
Came over.
It was right before Lydia's batch.
You
Yeah.
guys all came over that one day when we
To,
just
like,
hung out
decorate.
and played the cornhole.
Oh yeah.
I feel like I might have been very relaxed. Like, Jacob said something nice say about you guys being like, don't drink that.
Don't drink raw milk. I think that I don't know if there's anything else.
I barely even drink milk, so there's no point in me like switching when it's just for my coffee.
So yeah, I guess we're excited about this, and I think we're having fun with the chat. Should we like wrap it up, or should
Yeah, let's do our book recommendations.
we? Oh, I forgot about that.
for the
Yep,
month,
my bad.
and then we will finish it up. Cool. Sarah.
I'm gonna open up my phone to get the title right.
I have to look at.
We're all doing the same thing.
But I just recently read this book, and I just like got it from Goodwill when we were going the other day,
Mhm.
and it turned out to be so
You
good.
already read it?
I already finished it. Yeah.
So slow. I need
Well, I mean, I was on vacation, to be fair. So, but it's called it's called The Space Between Two Worlds by, I'm so sorry if it's Micaiah, I think, Johnson. I might be saying that wrong. But essentially, it's like this world. Well, this scene where the multiverse is real. So like, there's a lot of other worlds exactly like your own, and they figured out how to travel between the worlds. But the only people who can travel are people who are dead in those other worlds. So like people who are really privileged, like scientists and the people who kind of come up with a lot of the theories, they get just like rejected because they're an anomaly. The world just like spits back out, which means they get like you pretty much die. So this girl has had a really, really hard upbringing, and she gets to travel between the two worlds and be kind of their agent. To learn about those other worlds, because it's like a good way to see like if our world had taken a slightly different path, how would it have turned out. But she gets like one tiny little spoiler. Do I do it? I already told you, kind of.
It's really early in the book.
It's really early in the book. So one tiny little spoiler, you can turn down the volume for a sec if you don't want to hear it, is that she's dead in most of the worlds because her ex-boyfriend murders her. So as she's like traveling to each of these worlds, yeah, as she's like traveling to each of these worlds, she has to like avoid him and like figure out kind of like who he is in each world. So anyways, she gets sent to a new world where her like replica has just died, and she like gets rejected upon entering, which means that the version of her is actually alive in that world, and she faked her own death. And so she's supposed to like just ask to be brought back, but it'll kill her, and she doesn't. She like crawls to the road and like blacks out. When she comes to, somebody's taking care of her, and it's the ex-boyfriend. And he's really nice, and he's really amazing, and she has to kind of figure out like, why did her replica fake her death. Like, is he actually a good person? And then she kind of, it gets so much deeper. There's a lot of other twists that I won't say, but I would highly recommend. It was such a good read.
That sounds really good.
Yeah, I think I need to read that book.
You guys can borrow it. I'll have it.
All right, Haley, go.
Sweet. Well, I don't read a lot. I've been reading the same book for the entire year, and I'm still not even like halfway through it. But it's Atomic Habits, which I feel like everyone has read, and I'm liking it. I feel like it's good because my job is so creative to read something educational. So yeah, I'm trying to be better about.
What's the title of the book?
Atomic Habits.
Okay, what's the author? Sorry.
I don't know.
Oh, that's okay.
It's on the screen. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not done with it, but so far I'm liking it. I feel like there's a lot of good value in there, and a lot of people have said that this book changed their life or changed the way that they I don't know, make habits. So yeah.
Nice. I'm listening to, because this is my audiobook. I always have an audiobook and a physical book at the same time, but this is my audiobook. I'm listening to the Plated Prisoner series. So I'm on the 5th book, which is called Gold. But the series is basically about this girl who, what do I say without spoiling? She, if you touch her, or with anything, it turns to gold. If she touches it, it turns to gold. And people take advantage of that. So that is the very short summary. It is really good. There are multiple POVs. But yeah, basic fantasy.
I'm recommending a book that I have been recommending for probably a couple months at this point since I finished it. It's called Lady Tan's Circle of Women. It's by Lisa Say, S-E-E. I don't know which way to pronounce it. But it's about this girl who's born in the time of essentially Confucian China. And her mother dies when she's pretty young. And so she goes and lives with her grandparents, who are both physicians. And her grandmother trains her to treat women as a female doctor, which at the time was really revolutionary because male doctors could not physically see or assess their female patients. They had to sit on the opposite side of a screen and then have somebody go back and forth between the patient and the doctor to actually figure out what was going on. And so women weren't effectively treated when it came to things like childbirth or any sort of reproductive issues, among other things. And so it's the story of this woman who gets trained by her grandmother to practice medicine. And then when she marries into her house, her mother-in-law, her new home, her mother-in-law essentially disapproves of her practicing medicine. So she does it in secret. And I just felt like it was such a good book. I love, I don't really like historical fiction. 90% of the time I don't read it. And so I was really skeptical going into this book, but I felt like it was just so good. I really enjoyed the perspectives. I really enjoyed the female narrative and just the perspective of a woman, coming into this role as a doctor in a time where that was very much needed. So 10 out of 10 recommend.
This is wrapping up then on our first ever podcast together.
Woohoo!
We hope that everybody enjoys. Leave a comment.
Tell us how stupid we are or how amazing we are.
Whatever. We love y'all regardless. But yeah.
Bye.
That was perfect.
Bye.